Let's see.
Ever since this update where you have to give the driver your PIN, I've had an awful experience with Uber. The drivers question me and it makes it very awkward. I don't.
So if Uber enabled a PIN with you, you probably reported like that drivers took off without you too many times. So yeah, I can see where it's awkward. All right, let's see. What's this one? What's this one?
I like Uber, but I really think there should be set prices. The prices are always different. If I wanted a ride that was 8 minutes away, sometimes it's $8, sometimes it's $10, and at one point it was $40.
$40?
I understand you might price rides low or high depending on how busy it is, but it's ridiculous that I need to check the app every 2 minutes to see if the price went down. Please do something about this.
Yeah, I think everybody does that. I mean, I'm not gonna say everybody, but yeah, you'd be like, damn, this usually is $8, and now it's $8.25. Damn it! All right, let's see. What's this?
Ever since the app update, scheduling in advance has a minimum charge of $35 and a $6 reservation fee. This is ridiculous. What happened to affordable prices? I utilize the scheduling feature because of the pandemic. It has been near impossible to get a ride in the morning when I go to work. Now, I have to hope that when I call a ride it shows up in time because I'm not going to be paid that ridiculous price just to schedule in advance. I'm still not guaranteed a ride anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. So Uber has been subsidizing, is that the word? Okay, rides with investor money. So that's why the rides were so cheap. But now they have to show a profit, so they have to increase prices. Just the rates to drive is too low, and the cost for drivers to do business, gas, insurance, maintenance, it goes up. Um, hey, affordable and reasonable. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people use Uber because they have to, I guess, nowadays. But think about it. Uber is a young company. What did everybody do before Uber? Call your homeboy, call your homegirl, call your mom's friend.
This used to be a great and convenient service, but not anymore. There are hardly any drivers now, and customer service is no longer important. Drivers are allowed to cancel rides before they even get to you, even after you wait patiently and watch their progress on the app as they come your way. After this, if the app rematches you with another driver that is more than 20 minutes away and you cancel the ride out of frustration, you get charged a $5 cancellation fee. No more Uber for me.
I think this is during surge. I mean, typically you're probably ordering before it surges. The driver is like 15 minutes away. The driver realizes that there's a surge in the area. I don't know, and he's like, nah. If everybody else is getting paid, I want to get paid too. I don't know, but hey, sorry that we're gonna lose you.
Richard Keogh.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
I was calling an Uber at the airport and it was going to be $19. I realized I was in the wrong pickup spot and by the time I walked downstairs, about 3 minutes, the price jumped from $19 to $45 for my 10-minute ride. Something about busy times. Well, the Uber pickup zone was empty and it was 2:36 in the afternoon. I don't buy it, and Lyft got my business instead. I won't use Uber anymore. $53 to go 3 miles. Might as well order a taxi instead. This service is not worth that. It isn't. Your drivers flat out do not read text instructions because I've literally had every single one drive past me after saying okay to my instructions. This app sucks on so many levels. I'm uninstalling today. This isn't acceptable, especially when you literally can't pay your employees properly without going out of business.
Entitled writer, I would have to guess. I don't know. If every driver is passing you up, eh, something's off. I mean, I'm here. I'm here. That really doesn't tell us anything. I'm in front of the tree. Uh, Good luck. Oh, Uber responded. Generic response. Ooh, let's see. This one sounds like it's entitled, but only because they start with Diamond.
Diamond members are supposed to have premium phone support, but the button to call them is broken. Twitter and email support just repeatedly ask what the problem is no matter how many times I explain it. They're obviously automated messages and they fake names of people to make me think that someone's actually reading it. There's also supposed to be premium email support which clearly doesn't exist. There's no point to stay on this platform unless they can actually fix it.
All right, there's another one that we lost, but I guarantee you they didn't uninstall the app. I mean, they're just mad right now. See what this one is.
If there is an issue, there is no way to contact Uber. There is no customer support. I schedule a ride for work, and often, my scheduled ride gets canceled, only to have other rides offered from 100%, 500% higher rates. This is gouging. I don't always get notified when I'll get a driver, and I've been paired with multiple drivers for the same ride. I also get these random charges on my bank statement that have nothing to do with any of my rides. No way to contest these charges.
Uber's so ingrained into y'all's lives. It's like, y'all forget. There's the train, there's the light rail, there is the buses, but no. You want Uber because they're gonna come pick you up in front of your house and you can sleep in for an extra hour or so instead of waiting on that bus out there. I'll see you on the bus. I'm not paying for parking where I work at. It's too expensive. I'd rather jump on the rail, the bus if I have to. I was like, ride my bike to the rail. My apologies. All right, moving on. Let's see.
As you start to use it more often, they raise the rate on you, and very soon you are paying twice as much of the old taxi rate. Drivers often turn their systems off to create a high demand and low supply event, so the computer algorithm triples the rates. Once you accept the higher rate, you're stuck paying that every time. Only way to get back for reasonable rates is not to use them for a month or two.
Conspiracy theories. She's on to you, drivers. Well, at least the drivers that do that. No, drivers don't do that. But Uber, yes, it does charge you as much as it wants and pays drivers as little as it can. What is this one?
Haven't used on my account, but one experience was good, friendly, kind driver and vehicle clean. Issue is that I wanted to speak with a customer service representative for an immediate concern, but was not able to because there was no call contact to be found. Only one I did find was UK based, so it didn't go through. Spent almost 15 to 30 minutes searching online for that, there was none.
Yes, Karen, there's no manager. There's no manager you can speak with. Whatever concerns you have, Karen, you do not have an account with Uber. So do that first. Make an account. Take a ride on that account. Then you'll be paying customer, well, an actual paying customer. Then you can bitch about support. I need to light this damn cigarette. You're making me want to light this cigarette. Because I'm imagining what that concern is. Be like, the driver, he didn't look like his picture. I bet that's what it was. He didn't look like his picture. You should make him update his picture. All right, what's this one?
Recently, I took a trip an hour and a half away via Uber, with the plan to take it back. However, I learned very quickly after I was dropped off Uber doesn't support that area. It wouldn't even let me request an Uber. I was now stranded 100 miles from home. I called the critical safety line. They just told me we will file a report. I now had to walk 5 hours to get to the closest town with transportation services. I then talked to customer support who just told me it happens and to have a good day.
It does happen, man. I mean, hey, what do you expect? You go into the boondocks and what? The driver stick around until you're ready to come back? I don't know. Well, there's not a Uber around or whatnot. I've had riders actually order an Uber from a town away, because that's like where a driver can drive to. That's like the closest pin drop that they can put. They'll put a stop to where they're actually at, and then to their final destination when they're out in the boondocks. I mean,
awful app and the worst customer service. The driver hung up on me and canceled my ride to the airport and switched to another driver for 30 minutes later. There was no customer service phone number on the app for this urgent matter. I lost my flight the day, and they also charged me for that ride. When emailed customer service, the response was not a proper apology, and they did not even issue me credit back for that ride either. Uber is also a thief.
Misunderstanding, man. Misunderstanding. The driver, I don't know. Reading this, I can imagine maybe why the driver hung up and canceled.
Prices are always far too high, even with discounts. The pricing algorithm is also clearly broken or
Prices are far too high, even with discounts. Damn, man. I was like, it's a $6 ride. You're paying $3. I'm just kidding.
Purposely weighted incorrectly. Prices are different between two different platforms, iOS and Android, despite identical pickups and destinations. In that same vein, prices can vary widely despite destinations being less than a block away from each other. All of which makes this app and or service seem like a scam.
I see you did your research. I'm glad. You still didn't delete the app. We'll see you on your next ride.
When Uber first came out, it was amazing. I could request a ride anytime, even at 3 in the morning. Now, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, lots of people are becoming lazy. Not many drivers available, and that is very frustrating. I think the app has a glitch. Every time I log in, says no cars available. I exit out the map 3 times and go back, and then there's cars available. I have to request it as soon as it says cars available, or it will say no car available again.
Get that ride, man. Get that ride. No.
Uber has went down the drain. In terms of ride quality, you just have drivers racing to drop you off or even canceling on you. For example, every Tuesday I scheduled a ride for 4 a.m. and every time I have either been canceled on last minute by the driver, which shouldn't even be possible after accepting the ride, because now I'm in a K to find another driver while already had waited 10 minutes for the first driver. Plus, customer support on this app is absolutely horrendous.
We don't like scheduled rides either. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't like scheduled rides. I don't like reserve rides. I was like, I've taken both. And on the reserve ride, I believe at the time they were still showing up surges, but they wouldn't pay you the surge. And on the schedule, they'll send you out to a location, and then all of a sudden it says you're not going to be ready for 20 minutes. Like, hell if I'm going to sit there and wait for you for 20 minutes? I mean, I've done 10 minutes, but that was because it was in the destination. I had my destination filter on, and you were going my way. But I don't know. I can't speak for all drivers, but I don't like scheduled or reserve, the new reserve feature. And I hear that y'all are getting charged extra for these features that aren't working for y'all.
I have a family member linked to my account, and unlike previous times, I do not have the option to view their trips. Therefore, I can't see the receipt for completed trips. What happened? This app used to be much better. Now it is dismal. Also, I'm not now, nor have I ever been into taking selfies. So, because you're a sub-mesh of the government and think you can get compliance because you say so, I'm not taking a selfie to prove I have a mask on. Get over it. I'm never using your service again.
Anti-masker. Probably been reported multiple times for not having a mask on. So the app is requesting that you take a picture with a mask. I mean, they used to make us do it almost every freaking day until one day we got an app update, and now it's just to inform us that we still have to wear a mask. But anti-masker, show them you mean business, man. Show them who's not getting your money.